Welcome to the video for chapter 40 of the Cambridge Introduction to Sanskrit, which is going to tell you about some irregular nouns. More specifically, this video introduces the paradigms of four nouns that mostly employ regular consonant stem endings and that have stem gradation with the expected cases being strong and the expected cases being weak. But in their stem gradation, they alternate between either vritti and guna or between vritti and zero grade. None of these nouns are particularly frequent in either epic or classical literature, and therefore they are here mostly given for reference. First of all, there is go, which can be masculine or feminine, and when it's masculine it means bull, and when it's feminine it means cow. Its strong stem stands in vritti, which is gau before consonants and gav before vowels, and its weak stem stands in guna, which is go before consonants and gav before vowels. It has two unexpected forms, namely the accusative singular and the accusative plural. In both of them, the u is dropped, giving us an accusative singular gam and an accusative plural gach. So overall, the paradigm is in the singular gauch, gauch, gam, gawa, gawe, goch, goch, gawi. In the dual gawau, gobjam, gawoch. And in the plural gawach, gawach, gach, gobich, gobjach, gobjach, gawam, goshu. Then we have dio, which is a feminine noun meaning sky. This actually has two versions, two paradigms. The first one, which is older, is greatly parallel to that of go. So we have the strong stem in vritti and the weak stem in guna. And we also have an accusative singular form in which the u has been dropped, giving us dyam, parallel to gam. But we have an accusative plural that isn't dyan, but instead dune. So what we find is in the singular diauch, diauch, dyam, dyawa, dyawe, dyoch, dyoch, dyawi. In the dual dyawau, dyobjam, dyawoch. And in the plural dyawach, dyawach, dune, dyobich, dyobjach, dyobjach, dyawam, dyoshu. In addition to this paradigm, we also have one that in all forms except for nominative vocative singular has the zero grade of the stem, which appears as div before vowels and du before consonants. In the nominative vocative singular, we have the form diauch, so that's parallel to what we get in the other paradigm. And so overall what we have is diauch, diauch, diwam, diwa, diwe, diwach, diwach, diwi. In the dual diwau, dyubjam, diwoch. And in the plural diwach, 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 dyubich, dyubjach, dyubjach, diwam, and dyushu. Then we have pat, which is a masculine noun meaning path. The strong forms of this noun are doubly marked in that they have guna of the stem, which is pant, and the suffix an. So for example, we get the strong accusative singular pantanam, but the weak accusative plural patach. Notice that the nominative singular of this is pantach, and that the weak cases whose ending begins with a consonant adds I in between the stem and the ending. So we get forms such as pati, bjam, or pati, bich. The paradigm as a whole, therefore, is in the singular pantach, pantach, pantanam, pata, pate, patach, patach, pati. In the dual pantanau, pati, bjam, and patoch. In the plural pantanach, pantanach, patach, patibich, patibjach, patibjach, patam, and patishu. Finally, we have the masculine noun pons, which means man. And this noun has three stems. The strong stem is pu mans, and the weak stem before vowels appears as pons, but before consonants appears as pum. Note that the nominative singular does not have the final S, so the stem pumans appears as puman. And note that the vocative singular has two possible forms, namely either puman or pumach. So overall, what we get is in the singular puman, then puman or pumach, pumansam, punsa, punse, punsach, punsach, punsi. Then in the dual, pumansau, pumpiam, and pumsuch. And in the plural, pumansach, pumansach, punsach, pumbich, pumbiach, pumpiach, pumsam, and pumsu. The perhaps best way of familiarizing yourself with these 4 new nouns and all their different stems is to first of all memorize the meanings of these 4 words and then to memorize their different stems. So for example, you should memorize pumans, pums, pum, meaning man. If you want to be thorough, you should also memorize the forms that are marked as irregular or noteworthy or unusual, both in this video and in the nutshell in chapter 40 of the book. But as long as you know the consonant stem endings, you'll be able to recognize the forms of all 4 paradigms in any text that you read. For dio and go, you also need to be aware of the fact that their ablative and genitive singular is not formed like a consonant stem. Here we have goch and dioch respectively, so basically like the ablative and genitive singular of a short U stem. If, on the other hand, your aim is to write Sanskrit, you've got 2 choices. Either you fully memorize all of the paradigms, or you simply use synonyms. That was it for this chapter. We hope that you found this video helpful, and if you have any comments or suggestions, we would love to hear from you. Please do write to us at rupal@cambridge-sanskrit.org. And now, for your own work on this material, good luck and have fun!